Hello, welcome to a new Let's Play series. This is, of course, The Legend of Zelda. The first one, from 1986. Well, actually it came out in 87 over here in the US, but this year is the 30th anniversary, or no, 35th anniversary actually. 35th anniversary of 3 franchises from Nintendo. So, Zelda, Metroid, and Kid Icarus all came out in 86 in Japan. And we got them a year later in 87 in America. And I might even play all 3 games this year if I can. I might try doing all 3 games if I can this year. We'll see how that goes. But I love Zelda. I really like Zelda. Zelda is a game I don't play very often, but I do love the games quite a bit. And I actually want to do this game last year, actually. I wanted to do this, but I didn't get to. I don't know, I just never did it. But now we're doing it. We're doing it on an emulator. And I have PDF scans of the manual and the map and strategies guide. So we're using a map, but we're not using like any online map. We're using exactly what the game came with. So the game came with an unfinished map and strategy little pamphlet, which I might post a picture of in editing, and of course a nice instruction manual, and of course a beautiful gold cartridge, which I don't have. I have the later printing gray version of the game, so I don't have the gold one. I want to get that at some point. I want to get a 5-screw Zelda, because 5-screw Zelda is pretty cool and hard to find, so I want to get a 5-screw one. So it's like, hey, I have a gold cartridge with 5 screws. You don't see that very often. You only ever see black box games with 5 screws normally. So here we go. I'll just use my real name. And my name is Jaden. I have my water here, which would be very helpful, because I just, well, I strained the fuck out of my voice earlier. I'll say that much. Trying to do some shitty vocals. Didn't really work too well. I was just doing some experimenting with vocals, where I tried to get all nice and loud and crazy sounding, but it wasn't good, and I probably will never share them anywhere. But, you know, it's fine. It wasn't even my song, it was someone else's song that I tried to sing to. So, here we go. Blam! Kill the old guy and we get our wooden sword, which shoots laser beams. Pretty cool. Now, yeah, sorry, I had to do the clear throat. Now, this first dungeon I can do pretty easily. I've done this first dungeon many times, so I'm just gonna go and do it right now. Very simple early first dungeon. Just go around here. Everyone knows where to go. And you go up, then you'll see a bridge, or actually go around at the corner, then go even further. There are some secret burnable, like, there's like one tree here, but I can't burn it yet because I don't have a candle. And, avoid these, gremlins. These scremlins, as I like to call them. I never call them that. And first dungeon, which is a tree. And not actually like a palace, or like a temple thing, it's just a tree. Yeah, first dungeon already. Yeah, sorry for the throat clearing. I won't do it too much, I promise, I'll try not to. The water should help, hopefully. And I think I can mute too with the hotkeys, right? Are those set up? I do have them set up, so now I can go like, I don't know if it worked that well, but yeah, hotkeys are set up, which is good, so I can mute whenever I want just by pressing a button, which is very helpful. So this is the first dungeon, and I am, oh hey, you can actually see the key through the skeleton. That's something I always found interesting. So I am doing this with a map because this game is very confusing, very big, very open, but I didn't want to be cheap, so I figured, you know, this game comes with a map. Like, when you bought the game back in 87, I was not alive in 87. I wasn't alive until, like 15 years later. Or, like, 16 years later, I think. but this game came with a map, and it wasn't a complete map, but it at least was like a thing to help point you in the right direction, pretty much. So I'm using what the game came with, because I think that's fair. Because I think they obviously meant to have you, like, to have some sort of map to go with the game. That was the intention, so I'm going with it. I'm using what the game gives me, and the game is giving me a box that shows the gold cartridge with like a little cutout in the box. I don't have the box, but I do have, I mean, like, the game, of course, but I wish I had the box. So, box, manual, and of course, the little map and strategy pamphlet. So, push the box, or block, I guess. And then we have a hint. Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. This is actually helpful. I don't know if it's actually helpful or not. It might just be a bunch of bullshit, but I don't know. A map would be very helpful. Not like a map for the overworld, but just a map. Oh, there it is. For the first dungeon, which kind of looks like well, just a piece of paper, I guess. I was trying to think of a joke, but there's not really a joke. These look like little like jiggly Jello friends. Or a lot of them have been called Hershey's Kisses, which they do kind of look like Hershey's Kisses. So yeah, that's what you can call them. There's the little slime buddies. Every single Japanese game has like a slime enemy. Every RPG. Well, this isn't like an RPG, but it's like an action RPG. We'll call it that. Zelda is an action RPG. I think that's a fitting name for the genre. It's an action RPG because there's action, and there are RPG elements for sure. And I think that's what makes this game so important. And I think NES Works, which is a great series. Go watch NES Works. It's a fantastic series. NES Works talks about this and how a lot of the early black box games are very much like arcade focused. They were very arcadey, very simple, very basic. Still great games. You know, Excitebike, Wrecking Crew, Pinball, all great games. You know, Mario 1, fantastic. But, you know, before that, there wasn't really any big, like, you know, they were just, again, they were very simple. And with the release of games like Zelda, and, you know, Rygar and Metroid, it kind of brought in a new, you know, era of gaming, where games could be much bigger in scale. They could be these big, you know, adventure games. They could be really, again, big. And they can take a considerable amount of time to finish, and, you know, I don't know. It just kind of did a lot for there's the compass. It did a lot for gaming, especially Zelda, because Zelda was like this big world to explore. It was like the first open world game that we ever really saw that was like actually like good. Like Adventure was pretty cool on the Atari, but Adventure was very, very small, not really that exciting. It's an okay game, like it's not a bad game, but just, you know, Zelda is much more. It's something, it's just much more. And, you know, again, this kind of brought a lot of these RPG concepts and ideas to an American audience. You know, and made them more action-oriented, and, again, ushered in a new era of gaming where gaming could not just be, wasn't just, you know, simple arcade games. These were, of course, adventures with stories and characters that people love, and, you know, lore. Like, I always loved the lore of Zelda, and, like, the characters. I like Link. Link's one of my favorite characters, even though Link doesn't really do much. I like him a lot, though. He's really cool. He is very cool. In this game, he's just kind of a little kid, but he becomes like an adult later on. Whoops. Where they go? He goes black and white when he dies. Kind of weird. I gotta go all the way back, damn. I like Link a lot. He's a very nice character. He's very, very attractive character. Like, I mean, he has like the big 80s anime hair. You know, he has like the, just I don't know. You can see my, I guess my bisexual side coming out there a little bit. But, I mean, listen, he's cool. He's got a sword, he casts bombs. Link is just a good character, and he's in a pretty, this is a pretty good game he's in, too. I think my favorite version of Link is probably the older Link, just because I like the 80s anime kind of style. And I also like, you know, how you had pink hair for one game. It was random, but, like, it looked nice on him. He's a very cute character. Even though he's, like, meant to be, he's meant to be, like, a strong warrior, I can't help but get all soft for him. Because he's just... I don't know. This is a weird discussion. Here's the Bat Cave. Not that Bat Cave, but, like, just the Bat Dungeon. This is not a Batman game, that was by Sunsoft, not Nintendo. Which, that's a great game, by the way, I should play that at some point, too. And I'm low on health. I gotta fight a boss, too, which is gonna be a pain in the ass. Oh boy, I shouldn't have been talking about, like, gaming crushes. This is what I get. Remember, though, in this game, he's just a little kid, so, like, you can't really... He just kind of looks like a little, little gremlin child. But, you know, like in an RPG, you do, like, gain weapons and, you know... Not, like, experience points, but experience in the metaphorical sense. Where you kind of learn the level a bit more. The world, and you get to, like, experience different things, and, you know, it's all very impressive stuff. Aw, shit. That didn't go so well, did it? I hope I'm not too quiet, because the game has been on the loud side, I think. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's alright. I think as long as we're both even, it's fine. This hasn't really been a funny episode, I don't think. It's more just like an informative piece, I guess. But, you know, not everything has to be funny. It can just be a nice, like, chill discussion about games. Because I love games. I love adventure games. And, you know, Zelda 1 might not have aged the best, but Zelda 1's still pretty good, honestly. It's aged better than a lot of NES games. Like, when you think of games that age badly, you think of, like, Hydlide. I know Hydlide was not originally an NES game. It was on computers first. It was on, I think, MSX first as well, and, like, PC-88 maybe, something like that. It was on one of those Japanese computers. I know Hydlide's also very important, but Hydlide is not as fun as this game. The one on Famicom is actually called Hydlide Special. That's the one that we got. Like Tower of Draga as well. Tower of Draga is, you know, I love Namco, but that game is not the greatest in my opinion. That game is way more cryptic and way more bullshit than OG Zelda. And we got our first Triforce piece. Got our first piece of cheese. And we're off to the next level, maybe. And this is where I use the map, because the map is going to be very important. And also I should probably go explore a bit more, actually. I've never finished this game. I should probably say that. I never finished this game. I've only ever finished Link Between Worlds, which, you know, Link Between Worlds is a fantastic game. I love that game to pieces. Fantastic fucking Zelda game, but, you know, never finished any of the OGs. And I wanted to finish Zelda 2 at one point. I had a save file going. But there was a problem. I was playing on a physical cartridge, right? And my save data got fucking wiped. Which is a pain in the ass. So now, I'll have to emulate that game. Secret. Pay me and I'll talk. I'll just go for the 10. This ain't enough. Oh, you bitch. She probably wasn't even gonna help me. I'll get more money for that. Oh, I have bombs now, right? I should probably use my bombs. That'd be helpful. We'll go up here. I think this is where you get your sword upgrade, right? Which I don't have enough hearts for. You gotta get enough hearts to get sword upgrades. Mastered using it, and you can have this. Alright. Yeah, I can't get that yet. There's a sword upgrade. It's all the way up there. And I'm gonna have I have a map to use too, so that'll help me too. I'm not using it right now, I'm just kind of like... I have it in the background, but it's just not really helping me right now. Let's go up and up and up and see what we can do here. That's what you gotta do, right? You gotta go up and up and up for this. Then you eventually make it to a special area. And this, I think, is a dungeon, maybe? Is it a dungeon, or it is a dungeon? This is level 5. Let's hear level 5. Let's see, actually. A bunch of fiends, I see. See, that's the best part about this game, is that you can go in any order you want with dungeons. Yeah, you don't have to like play by the rules. You can go in any order you want. Again, it's very open. It's open world in a way. Kind of like, you know, the first open world game of its time. And you know, it's good. These guys are very, very strong. Can I pick up that one? How do I get there? Can I not go there yet? There's gotta be a way, right? No. I think it's just a giant, like, thing of lava covering that or something I just can't get to yet. Well, that sucks. Let's go to the right. See what we have here to look at. Oh, it's these boys. I don't want to do these guys yet. These guys... Well, I need arrows first, right? I don't have arrows. Quite a bit. So these guys are interesting. These are called pulse voice, and in the Japanese version of the game, they required you to speak in the second controller to kill them. You see, the Famicom second controller had a microphone that you'd use. You could shout into it, that would kill all the pulse voice. In this version, you use arrows. The bow is your best weapon against those guys. You gotta use bow and arrows. But the manual still said that pulse voice doesn't like loud noise, so it makes people think like, oh, you gotta use a recorder, right? But no, the recorder does not kill them at all. It actually does nothing to them. So there's a tip: do not use recorder for those guys. Use the bow or a sword. Maybe sword might work too if it's powered up enough. I think you just go down right once and then you go back down. No, gotta go. I go, oh, it's one of these. Oh, I don't want to do this bullshit. Do I gotta go left now? Yeah. Those parts are always so confusing. Like, the Lost Woods is also a pain in the ass, too. Because once you go there, you can't really, you have to, like, just do it. You can't get out easily. Then we got these, chicken nuggets coming down, trying to kill me. These guys confuse me, because I never actually figure out how to kill them. They have to stop first, and then you can hit them with your sword, but they're just kind of bitches right now. Let's check the map, actually, see where we can go. Well, actually, the manual just tells you how to get the second palace, or dungeon, so let's read the manual and go straight to Dungeon 2, and see what we can do there. It's in Legend of Zelda ABCs. Yes, that's right. Watch his, well, you can't even see, but this is how, watch this Jaden figure out how to use a PDF viewer. Okay, let's, oh, I should pause again. Let me move this out of the way. There. This isn't, like, exciting to watch anyway, so you're not missing me. Okay, I gotta go down, that's right. Stop hitting me, dude. Hey. Not nice. So I'm like, I need to like pay attention. I'm like, well, I can't really see because my mic's blocking the way and it's also on the wrong side of the screen here. Let's go to the right then. Heart. It's a little, like a little puddle there, or pond rather. Not a puddle. Pond. A puddle will be way smaller. I don't know what I'm saying. Go. Oh no, not right that way. You gotta go right the other way. I should have got some more hearts. These are little pig fellas. They are not helpful. But I think if I go this way... Yep, there we go. Dungeon 2 found. If I don't die, I'm gonna die. Okay. We just barely survived. Let's just make it in there, and it'll save our progress. There we go. Dungeon 2 found. Or level 2, rather. Yay! Okay. Beeping is very annoying. I like it in the Zelda randomizers, at least in the Zelda 3 one, for the Link of the Past one. You can actually turn off the beeping, which is very helpful, because the beeping gets very annoying. I know it's like the thing to meme on, but it really does. It sucks. I wish it didn't exist in this game. Or at least make it not as frequent. Because the beeping is just relentless. If it wasn't as frequent, then it wouldn't be so bad. So when these guys face you, they get fast. That's when they get kind of goofy. They get kind of quirky, though. Maybe they just get fast anyways, I don't know. No, they get fast. They get quirky. Oh, they're kind of quirky though. Kind of deadly as well. I got a boomerang as well. I got a little banana to throw. It just looks like a banana. Like part of it's still green and hasn't like gotten like fully like, you know, ripe yet. Oh, isn't it ripe when it's green? Like what's the ripe state of the banana? I'm not actually sure. I don't really eat bananas. I just don't like bananas that much. I used to when I was younger, but just like they're just not like they just don't taste very good. I don't know. They should taste better, but they don't. They're not like sweet enough. I know fruit doesn't have to be like super sweet, but like bananas, I remember being way sweeter and better when I was younger. I think it might be because like, you know, maybe because they like bananas with like a little bit of brown on them better. I don't know why, like when they're kind of like speckled, not like completely brown, but like when they're like speckled, they kind of taste better, honestly. What I think, anyways. Out. I got some buns. And then let's just keep making our way here. Shit. These guys are a pain in the ass. These little snake friends. Let's go this way. More little blobbies. Roops. You know, rupee is actually a real currency, which I didn't know for a while, but Congo just like smoke. Thank you. Yeah, rupee, I believe, is the currency of India, I believe. So, I'm sure you probably already knew that, but it's something if you didn't know, then now you know. I think I have just enough bombs to kill the Dongo. bomb right there. Oh, I hear him. He's throwing a fit. He's mad. I gotta actually equip bombs. That's right. You have to feed him bombs. Well, all my bombs are gone. Okay. That's not good. Yeah. Might just call it good here. Just take the L. I don't got no more bombs. Unless I can go find more. Maybe. I always wonder how they made the actual sounds in this game, like how they made the sounds. I'm pretty sure those like screaming sounds are sampled, but like how do they make the sword sound? Like when you shoot your laser, is this a sample? I think it is a sample, actually, yeah. That is a sample, I believe, for that sword. That's what it sounds like. And, you know, I think it might be like a sample of like the Famicom Disk System like wave channel. Oh, there we go. I just recorded the Famicom Disk System making some epic sounds and just use them for the game. Got bombs. There's an item here too I could get, but I'm not gonna get it right now. I just want to try and see if I can. Oh, these guys are back. Did they drop bombs? Okay, these guys don't respawn. Alright, come on, dude. Oh, I keep pressing this, like, select is pause, but menu, like, starts also pause, which is weird. There we go. I think 3 is what you gotta use, but you gotta be very careful. Just 2, okay. There you go. There's Triforce. Level 2 done. But not just yet. We're gonna get the item too as well and do a couple other things in there. But I'm gonna go ahead and die. I gotta die to save, which is really annoying, but... Well, I could use a second controller and save, but I'm just gonna die. It's easier, it's faster. I don't want to set up second controller stuff. Anyways, we're dead now, and I will save the game. Oh, yeah, this is a really early one, because I think the later Zelda had, like, a warning on the bottom, right? The later Zelda revision, maybe? Might have had something like that, actually. I might actually go check that later, because there's no, like, warning on the bottom of the screen. But there we go. 5 hearts. And, yeah. So I will see you later when I come back to Dungeon 2 and get the other stuff, but I'm going to stop recording for now. So, see ya!